thing on. I know it ain't the stallion. Why am I like this? No, really, I'm just gonna actually take a second to actually think about it. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's your one and only Lenny the Stallion. I hope you guys are doing well. Ladies, how y'all doing? Huh? I can't hear you. Say it again. What? You taking care of yourself? That's what's up. Fellas, y'all all right? Cool. Um, me, I'm doing all right. I'm doing just fine. I made it through. Today's Thursday for me, so I'm trying to get this episode together for tomorrow. But I'm feeling really, really good. And well, obviously, huge elephant in the room. If you're watching this, well, that's if I successfully upload it, but you should be able to be looking at my face right now on the Spotify app. That's if I figure it out. If there's no video, just pretend you never heard this part, okay? But if there is a video, yeah, if I figure it out successfully, you should be able to see me on the Spotify app. I want to get into video, but two issues that I deal with is what am I going to record it on? I don't want to record it on my camera because I overthink editing. But maybe I will. I'm thinking about maybe live streaming it. Like video is important, but girl, it's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see what format works for me. And also it's like short form content that works these days. And even that just takes a little bit extra effort. But I want to, I want to give this much more of my attention. And we're just trying to see what it's going to look like moving forward. But I'm with it. I love that Spotify is low-key trying to take over YouTube's shine. And I also want to have little clips to share on social media. I have some projects that I'm cooking up. And so I can like have these little snippets from the podcast that I can share online, like little minute whatevers. And so, yeah, this is just a test run. And if y'all vibe with it, we're going to have some more. But yeah, just trying to figure it out, you know? But today I wanted to talk about the artist talk that I attended last weekend. I think it was a week ago by now. Last weekend at Brooklyn Museum. It was titled Africa's Influence, and it was between Kehinde Wiley. I mean, if you don't know Kehinde Wiley, like, are you living under a rock or something? It's the one, the only prolific painter and artist who I think, what's it called? He painted the official presidential portrait of President Obama, but also like if you look up his work, if you just look him up, you'll be able to recognize his style. He's really defined his lane for himself. So yeah, it was between him and fashion entrepreneur Reni Folawiyo. So funny enough, I went with my friend Jasmine. Hey Jasmine, how you doing, girl? Oh wait, that was not my middle finger. I was trying to do like half of a heart. I'm so sorry. But it's funny because I knew more about Kehinde and she knew more about Reni. But Reni is a fashion entrepreneur. First of all, dope lawyer turned fashion entrepreneur. And she has this amazing cultural hub that she created in Nigeria called Alara, where you can shop and learn about the culture, and it's a vibe. I've been watching all these videos on TikTok and I'm like, wait, when all the girls go to Nigeria, they're going to Alara, okay? That's where they're going. That's where they're shopping. That's where they're hanging out. That's where they're doing brunch. It's just such a beautiful vibe. And also the talk was moderated by journalist Lola O. I don't want to butcher your last name, Lola. It's Lola O. And so it was just these three amazing, important voices within the diaspora who are just talking about their artistry, talking about their process, talking about their journeys. And that was really, really amazing. And this artist talk was part of, you know, this whole week of celebration leading up to the opening of Africa Fashion. Actually, I think it opened the night before. So I went last week. I think Africa Fashion opened at Brooklyn Museum on Wednesday, and then we went to the talk on Thursday, and then this Saturday is first Saturday at Brooklyn Museum, so it's finna be okay. But Africa Fashion will be on view until October, Like, you have all the time in the world. So even if you weren't able to snag a ticket for First Saturdays, because I know it's like huge, right? First Saturdays, you have to get your ticket 5 months in advance. But this show will be on view until October. So whenever you have a second, whenever you're in Brooklyn, if you're visiting, come through, just check it out, and just be able to experience it in person. Like, this is huge. This is legendary. The fact that we are given the space, and they went all out. The show is absolutely beautiful. The Alara pop-up is amazing. They were like, y'all can have some space. We're like, oh, okay, we're taking up all the space. You're walking into Brooklyn Museum and Burna Boy is playing. Like, it's just a vibe. And so any way that you're able to support and push the culture forward, I highly suggest that you do it. And the show is amazing. But yeah, so come through, check it out, and check out the Alara pop-up. But back to the artist talk. I just love the intimacy of an artist talk. I just love how you're able to experience an artist in a different way. It reminds me of when I used to work at Arts Worcester. I did an internship one summer many moons ago, the internship that actually defined this for me. Like, I really want to get into the art space, and just, the art is on the wall and it's there and you admire it, it's cool, dope. But like, seeing the artist, getting to talk to them, getting to pick their brain, connecting with them, the intimacy of the space, and being vulnerable and a bit transparent, talk about their process and talk about, their journey. And I always found so much value in that. And yeah, it just reminded me of like being at Arts Worcester, and just like the first time I ever experienced that. I'm like, wait, this is cool. Like, I want to attend more of these. And yeah, it even has me thinking about, whatever. I have it in my notes, but like, it has me think about the podcast that never was, because I've been passionate about art stuff. I'm cooking something. Something is cooking. Something is in the oven, but doing things differently. My podcast that I created to talk with my artist friends, for one reason or another, and just like life stuff, I never was able to keep that going. But like, this night specifically, this talk, it just like, it revived just so many things in me. So it affirmed me in so many ways, all the ideas that I've had. And I'm like, wait, this is not possible. This is too much. Am I being realistic? Am I being a little bit too delulu? It really, really affirmed to me that no, you're onto something. Like, your ideas, the things that you want to pursue, the dreams that you have, it's yours. Like, it might sound because of social media, you might feel like everybody is doing this, but no, it's your idea. Keep at it, keep pushing it, keep that idea in the front of your mind, and just give it that space, and you'll figure it out. So yeah, just being able to pick their brain and see them and experience them in a whole new light, I really, really appreciated that. And I love to see how people connect with others, right? Like, people skills are very important for me. I don't really care how successful you are as an artist, as a photographer, as whoever, you got all the money in the world. How are you as a human? How do you connect with people? Especially, how do you connect with the people who uplifted you and supported you and put you in the position of power that you're in now? Like, that's very important to me. And so to be in the room with those people, and they're just so chill, they're laughing. Kehinde is a trip. This guy is so funny. He had everyone laughing, cracking up. You get to really experience his personality, because when you see portraits of him, or like videos and features or whatever, articles of him, he's like, he's a serious guy. He is not serious at all. He is not a serious somebody at all. And so it was really cool. Like, everybody was just laughing and cackling. It was a whole room of us, but it just felt like a little circle. And yeah, he was very down to earth. And at the end, he's hugging everybody. He's walking up to you like, yo, like, as if he met you before. That is what I love to see. That is what I admire in artists, and, people that I'm like, I could see this person as my mentor. I don't care about how much money you have, how influential or powerful you have, how many contacts you have. How are you as a human person, and to the people who support you? And I really, really appreciate that about him. So yeah. And I said it before, and I'm going to say it again, right? Something about seeing people who look like me, who have done the work, who have come from where I come from, and are taking space in these rooms. And not only are they taking the space at the table, they are thriving in what they're doing. 2 and 3, they're leaving an extra seat for those of us that are coming up. Like, that is very commendable. And that is exactly what Kehinde Wiley and Reni Folawiyo are doing. It's just so inspiring and reaffirming. Like, I have crazy dreams and I have crazy goals and things that I want to do, and it sounds delulu, but it reaffirms me that, girl, you're onto something, right? I'm pursuing things that no one around me is doing. Like, nobody is talking about this stuff. Do you know how crazy I look? Telling my Haitian mom, who dropped her entire life to come to America to give me a better future, who was hoping that I would go into the medical field just to have a safe and secure life. Mom, I want to open a museum. Huh? Mom, I want to open a gallery. Mom, I want to travel the world. Mom, I want to open shows. Like, this stuff feels unreal, but like, somebody that looks like me did it, and they're doing it, and they're thriving at it, and they're creating opportunities for others. So it's not all that crazy. It's not all that crazy. Let's get into these quotes, y'all. I just wanted to quickly share some quotes that that I got from the artist talk with Kehinde and Reni, and I hope something stands out to you, that you feel inspired in some way. Okay, starting off with Kehinde's quotes, he on his creative flow and finding inspiration and creating in the U.S. versus Africa, kind of like what his experience is creating in the U.S. versus Africa. He said, "I don't want to say that America bores me." That's it. That's it. That's the tweet. And the whole room lit up. People were dying laughing. But yeah. And also, yeah. On being different and misunderstood as an artist, he said, all the sensibilities that make you contrarian help you, right? All the things that you're doing now that make you different, that make you feel out of place, that make you feel like, wait, am I dreaming too big? Am I being too delusional when it comes to this? All these little things that set you apart is what makes you that walk in that insurance that like you are you, and you're different, and your story is different, and you're going to do something amazing, and you're going to be able to impact lives, like whatever it is, the purpose, that whatever the thing is, the end goal is for you, you're going to be able to fully walk in that. And then he said, there is value in where my community is. There is value in where I am shown love. I needed to hear that, because I'm like, my community comes through for me. One thing about me, I'm gonna be loud and proud about it. There is nothing that I've been able to achieve on my own accord. I cannot take the credit for that, because the day I have the nerve to open my mouth to say that, I think God is gonna be like, "Oh, word, what's just like literally, like it's been through the love that my community has shown me, the people that have showed up for me, the people who have invested in me when they themselves have nothing. As y'all know, like I started my photography business middle of COVID, girl, middle of COVID, and a recession and people losing their jobs and losing opportunities, but people invested in me, and I am forever indebted to my community for that. And when he said that, I was like, Kehinde, if you don't just tug at my heartstrings, there is value in where my community is. There is value in where I am shown love. Next, on the significance of creative mentorship and counsel, on how important it was for him throughout his artistic journey, he says, it takes protection over years to be able to say some things. Like, that felt so good. Because, first of all, Kehinde was up there cutting up. Like I said, he's a trip. But, like, he was like, no, like, the people who prune you, right? The people that you look to for advice, like mentorship is important, because nowadays nobody wants to lean into mentorship. Nobody wants anybody to tell them what to do, but it's important, especially somebody who has gone ahead of you, who has gone through the process, or who knows the works a little bit. You don't have to rely on them or be super codependent on, how they see you, how they see your work, how they see your process. But it's important to be able to take in some criticism. It's important to know when to slow down and to really be able to take some advice. And I love that he said it takes protection from your community, protection from your mentors, to be able to say some things. And then when you get to the top, then you can really open that throat chakra. Because one thing about me, I feel like I'm there right now, and that's why that also stood out to me, because I'm at the start of my career, and my mentors are like, this is how this is, this is how that is, and obviously I'm going to take it with consideration and move accordingly. But I know that what I really want to say, the throat chakra, yeah, when I get to the top, when I have the museum and the gallery and I'm creating opportunities for other people, yeah, we're going to release some things. But for now, please, can somebody please give me an artist grant? Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you so much. I love your work. Relating to as he's traveling and connecting with new talent and uncovering new talent and creating opportunities for them, he says, my job is to say that the best among us is here. I was like, oh, that's so good. The best among us is here. He's like, my job is to uncover the best among us that is here, right? And if he's in Brooklyn, it's here. If he's in Senegal, where his residency is based out of, I'm gonna find the best of us here. If he's in Nigeria, I'm gonna find the best of us here. And I think that was just so, yeah, that was just so beautiful. And I made a little tweet because Substack has Substack notes. Follow me on Substack. Download the app and just like that's where I be cutting up. But I was like, the best among us is here, and I am one of them. And I want you to be able to say that about yourself and reaffirm that about yourself because we're the next. We're the next one coming up, y'all. Vle pa vle, we are coming up. We are taking over. We are taking ground. They're not ready for us, but we're here, and that's all that matters. Okay, now Reni quotes on the future of Alara. She said, "We're creating moments and curating experiences in partnership with the diaspora." I feel like she really, both of them really, especially because I think I'm not really sure, but I think Kehinde is like he grew up in America and Reni is from like grew up in Nigeria, and so she was like, "No, I've really made it a point to include the diaspora in the things that we're doing, which is very very important." I know within the Haitian community, there's not that much, it hasn't been before. I'm gonna correct myself. There hasn't been that much intentionality for like the diaspora to connect with the people who are like in the land and the folks who left and immigrated. And so she's like, no, we're very intentional about creating partnerships with the diaspora because it's important to us. Like our stories are still being told, like the way that we're still able to connect and the journey is still the same. Like it's us, it's our people. We have to be able to look out for one another no matter what. Our diaspora that's all over the world. And so I thought that was like really, really cool that she said that. Being working in partnership with the diaspora. Another thing she said was, everyone else has failed us. Why don't we give ourselves a chance to combine our abilities and stand against the world? That's it. You know how to say more? I don't have to say anything else. And then she followed up with, it's in us. And I think it was like a question that someone asked, like, how can we work together? How can we do this? Da, 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 da. She was like, it's in us. We've been here. We've been doing the work. Now we're taking back the keys and driving the culture. Oh, that's so good. We've been here. And they even went into, where are my notes? Let me pull up my notes right quick. Because there was, she really highlighted that every country in Africa has something that it's known for. I thought that was really, really cool. I can't wait to visit. She's like, for example, Nigeria, we're known for the music. Cape Town, they're known for the ceramics. This place is known for their textile. This place is known for like every country has something that it's known for. And this is our time to come together to combine our strengths and our practices and the things that make us us and be able to like turn to our like indigenous roots is something that she also made. She was like, no, we're going back to our indigenous roots. Like over the years, like we've conformed to the zeitgeist or to the Western standards of how things are. We talk about like imports into Africa and like this is cool. This is what's Eurocentric. This is what's popular. This is what's popping. But now the tide is shifting, right? The attention is coming back on us. And we're like, no, we're going back to our own stuff. Like we had our fabric before you brought yours. We had our, the way that we grow things, the way that we grow food, the way that we make music. And so I love that she really made a point to be like, no, like we've been here. We've always had our stuff. And so now we're going back to those roots and we're, we're just like going back to everything that we were doing all along and making all along. Duh. On authenticity within creative expression, she said, what you have is unfiltered and free. And then it becomes aspirational for people looking for inspiration. I think that was so good. What you have is unfiltered and free. And then it becomes aspirational for people looking for inspiration. I think that was really, really good, especially as I said before, living during a time when you can feel like you're kind of just like in this vacuum. Everybody's doing the same thing as me. Everybody is just pursuing the same thing. You don't feel a sense of authenticity. You're not really sure how to express yourself and really leaning into your creative practice. Yeah, no, what you have is you, right? The way that I create is me. And even though I'm still figuring out my practice, I'm figuring out my photography style, I'm figuring out my voice as a writer, as a storyteller. Somebody else is not doing it the same way as me. And so being able to understand that and appreciate it and see yourself, okay? Because what you have is unfiltered and free. And just and here's another one. To you, you're like, wait, I just feel like, am I being basic? Like, is this like weird? And somebody else is looking at you like, dang, I wish I could do it like her. It becomes aspirational for other people. So for you, it's like, it's your daily practice, it's your daily thing. But for somebody else, they're like, oh my gosh, so and so is so good with X, insert your talent. They're like, so and so is just such a good painter. They're such a good photographer. They're so good with graphic design. And to you, you're like, wait, I just do the basic stuff. But what you have is unfiltered and free, and it's your thing. And walk in that power and walk and affirm yourself that you have something amazing to share with the world. And before you know it, someone will be able to receive it. Someone somewhere will receive it and find value in it. Okay? Per. I think that's what it was for me with photography. I'm like, everybody takes pictures. Everybody is doing marketing. I didn't real like I'm a marketing babe inside and out. And I'm like, everybody else is doing this. No, I did this. I studied this. I did a lot of research on this. I pull a lot of late nighters studying marketing trends, studying what works and what to do and habits and systems and whatnot, but it's not what everybody else does, right? So even if it looks like everybody on social media is like marketing, babe, social media, photography, not really, and so that's why I have to really reaffirm myself. And again, with photography, yeah, I'm not the wedding photographer of the year. I'm not the conceptual photographer. I don't do conceptual photography, but what I do, I'm really good at it, okay? So I need to put some respect on my name. And so what you have, it's unfiltered and free. Reaffirm yourself. Purr. Is that it? Oh, that's it. That's all I have. I was talking so fast. There's a lot of passion in my voice. You know what I mean? But yeah, overall, it was just such an amazing talk. Again, it was reaffirming. I have so many projects that have been dormant inside of me. And Lord Jesus, I just want to thank you for not giving it to somebody else. Because God will be like, you don't want to bring that idea into fruition, watch me give it to somebody else. But like, I was like, wait, I need to get to work. I was instantly inspired. I think there's just so much value. Like, whatever it is that you want to do, if it's within the creative realm, I highly, highly suggest attending these events, like these intimate events where you can sit with somebody and ask them questions. For example, my friend Jasmine, not too long ago, she attended a writer's talk, like somebody was launching their book and they were doing readings and, intimacy. And she was fed from that. So yeah, like whatever capacity it looks like for you. If you can't go somewhere in person, for example, if it's like graphic design or illustrations, but you heard that somebody's doing something on Zoom, get on the Zoom. You really never know how you can be inspired, or literally sometimes all it takes is one word that someone says that like your brain, I'm not going to speak for you, I'm going to speak for myself. I can literally be listening to a podcast or watching a video or listening to some type of something and someone says one word and my brain like does this unraveling thing, and next thing you know I have the whole idea for something, right? I could have been stuck on an idea. Wait, I'm trying to put this together. I don't know what color palette I want to go for. I don't know what logo. I don't know what the copy. I don't know what the mission is I want to put together. And then I hear one word and instantly things fall into place. So not only do I recommend listening to podcasts about the things that you're interested in, watch videos about it, watch TikToks about it, do the research, do the work. I don't know who needs to hear this, but do the work. Okay, you're gonna have to pull some late nighters. Yeah, you're gonna have to pull some all nighters. You're gonna have to start sharing your work because no one can see it if you're not sharing it. You're gonna have to have some type of proof that, hey, I'm here and I'm doing this thing. And you don't have to put pressure on yourself to succeed and to get the likes and to get but just enough that you're like, no, I'm passionate about this thing and I'm putting my best foot forward, even if no one is seeing it right now. And I think I myself have found so much success and so much value of of the moments when I shared the thing and I knew no one was looking. But girl, let me tell you something. Someone somewhere is watching, and all I need is one person to find value in it, and I'm good. What else? What else did I want to say? I think that's it. I don't know. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real first. Yeah. Just final things. If you're able to check out Africa Fashion, do it. It was really, really dope. If you're able to, yeah, experience Africa Fashion, come to Brooklyn, experience it, go through the Alara pop-up. Oh, we made a video. I made a video of Jasmine. Yes, we did. I need to find where to post it, but it's on my TikTok. But I need to find somewhere else to post it. I need, oh, it's on my TikTok and it's on my YouTube. But Jasmine and I, we put together a video going through the Alara pop-up and some of our favorite pieces. So you should totally check it out and get the vibes, because it was really, really cool. Putting that video together was work. It turned me into a fashion editor right quick. So please show it some love, okay? But yeah, thanks again for being here and hanging out with me. And again, you're onto something. Your work is valuable. The stories that you have to share, your perspective is yours and yours alone, and stick to it. Stick to it long enough to see what happens. All right. So thanks again, y'all, for joining me. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. I don't know if I can do a video again, girl. Girl, I'm so nervous right now, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate you. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Bye. Peace.